Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, Director of the National Sports Council says Belize is ready to host the Codicader Games. Belize joins regional network for persons with diverse abilities. And authorities investigate the destruction of a vehicle by fire in Belize City. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of My TV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Here now is the news in details. Another Belizean public officer is heading to the Republic of China, Taiwan for professional development training. Director of Research with the Ministry of Agriculture, Gary Ramirez, was chosen to attend a workshop on information and communications technology applications in agriculture. The event will take place from June 22nd to July 5th in Taiwan and will be hosted by that country's International Cooperation and Development Fund. According to an official release, Mr. Ramirez's job requires him to be in consultation with the Chief Agriculture Officer and Central Farm Station Manager, coordination of project preparation and planning and the execution of promotional and public education activities for major agricultural events, thereby making him the ideal candidate to undergo the special training on ICT application in agriculture. Upon his return to Belize, Ramirez is expected to employ the skills and training learned while in Taiwan. Belize had representation last week at the first regional seminar for women leaders with diverse abilities. The event from June 7 to the 10th was held in Havana, Cuba. Representing Belize were President of the Belize Assembly of and for Persons with Diverse Abilities, Roxanne Marin, and Manager of the organization, Eva Milton. During the Cuba Forum, the Belize Assembly for Persons with Diverse Abilities announced that they had joined with the Belize Red Cross, the Cuban Red Cross, and City Emergency Management Organization to sign a Memorandum of Understanding to better assist persons with diverse abilities during times of emergency. Representatives from Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean met to identify best practices to safeguard the rights of persons with diverse abilities. They learned how to improve advocacy for the implementation of practical domestic laws for equal treatment under the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Diverse Abilities. They also looked at ways to build social inclusion and awareness in families and communities, as well as ways of building confidence and self-esteem. According to an official release, another first was BAPDA's inclusion as the 9th member of the Latin American Network of Non-Governmental Organizations for Persons with Disabilities and their families. The Belize Social Security Board is continuing to assist in the broad discourse of issues of national importance by sponsoring a public debate. This time, SSB is partnering with the Belize Referendum Commission to stage a debate of the Guatemalan claim. Imelda Waite is the branch manager for SSB in San Ignacio, Santa Elena, and she told TNT News what is the topic for the debate.
The topic of the debate is on the matter of any claims by Guatemala against Belize relating to land, insular territories, any maritime areas pertaining to these territories, should Belizeans agree to submit to the International Court of Justice for final settlement and that it determine finally the boundaries of the respective territories.
Now, why is this debate being held?
The Social Security Board is organizing a debate that we believe, because it is a national issue, will be both timely and informative for our Belizean people. Also, because it is our responsibility to contribute to the dialogue, but to do so responsibly. It is an academic exercise to be able to formally present the arguments on both sides to the issue. To create a forum where the referendum question can be debated on its academic merits and demerits. To create greater public awareness.
When is this debate being held?
The debate will be held on June 23rd at the Bliss Center for Performing Arts, and it's at 8 o'clock p.m.
According to Waite, the SSB debate is open to the general public and is free of cost. And if you are unable to be at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts in person, you will be able to watch and follow the proceedings live right here on TNC 10.
There will be two teams, affirmative and against. 3 persons per team, which will consist of 2 debaters and 1 researcher. Participants, on the affirmative slate we have Ambassador Lisa Schumann, Ambassador Jim Murphy, and Mr. Gian Vasquez. On the against slate we have Mr. Richard Dickey Bradley, Mr. Fred Hunter, and Mr. Paul Morgan. The debate style is hybrid. It is a cross between the British parliamentary and the American parliamentary. This is basically a unique format designed or tailored to yield desired outcome, which is to facilitate our Belizean people in determining whether or not we go to the ICJ after hearing both arguments.
As for the format of the debate, it will be almost like the one held earlier this year where junior colleges were engaged in discussing national issues. Except this time, there will be no competition and no winners will be crowned.
The debate will be moderated by Dr. Leroy Almendares, and the format is a paper with a maximum of 3 pages must be prepared by each side with the argument points to be shared with the other side, the opponent, 1 week prior to the debate. This should allow each team to research and directly address the points of their respective opposing sides. No winner will be declared, and each team member will be recognized for their contribution at the end. There will be no audience participation. The time allotted is 20 minutes each for presentation and arguments by debaters on each side. Thereafter, 5-minute counter by pro side, then 5-minute counter by con side, then 3-minute counter by pro side, then 3-minute counter by con side. Then there's 2-minute wrap-up by each side.
The SSB debate on the Guatemalan claim takes place on Thursday, June 23rd at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts in Belize City. And again, the debate will be aired live right here on TNC. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Who Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
Would you like to know more about the flora and fauna of Belize? Do you enjoy gardening and need some tips? Then tune in to The Garden Show with Belize Botanic Gardens every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, only on the National.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. The 46th General Assembly of the Organization of American States opened today in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Here is more from OAS TV.
The President of the Dominican Republic, Danilo Medina, today inaugurated the 46th OAS General Assembly in Santo Domingo, together with Secretary General Luis Almagro. In his opening address, President Medina highlighted the relevance of the central theme of the Assembly, institutional strengthening for sustainable development, and urged governments to work more closely with their citizens. Because only if governments become more transparent and closer to the people will we be able to recover and maintain something much more important, the trust of the citizens in the institutions that serve and represent them. For his part, the OAS Secretary General urged the countries of the region to take on the challenge of meeting the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals and called on governments to provide institutional support to be able to meet them. If we want to leave poverty behind in 2030 as we know it today and become a hemisphere of equality where consumption and production patterns are reversed and make way for more sustainable models of common life, it is imperative to start taking steps in that direction, and that is a clear cultural and ethical challenge. The General Assembly is the highest governing body of the OAS that defines the mechanisms, policies, actions, and mandates of the organization. The meeting will take place until Wednesday, June 15th, in the Dominican capital city, Santo Domingo.
And still in the Dominican Republic, civil society delegations have been holding a series of meetings leading up to and in the sidelines of the OAS General Assembly. Here again is a report from OAS Television.
OAS Secretary General Luis Almagro and Assistant Secretary General Nestor Mendez today met with hundreds of representatives of civil society in Santo Domingo ahead of the 2016 OAS General Assembly. At the beginning of the meeting, participants observed a minute of silence in memory of the victims of the attack in Orlando, Florida, in the United States. Secretary General Almagro went on to highlight the role played by civil society in the goals of the organization. You are key, both in your countries and at the hemispheric level. We must continue working hand in hand so that together we can be more effective in defense of democratic values, human rights, multidimensional security, and development with environmental sustainability. For her part, the Secretary for Access to Rights and Equality of the OAS, Ideli Silvati, emphasized the connection between dialogue and the central theme of the Assembly. This meeting gives us the opportunity for dialogue on the central theme of the General Assembly, institutional strengthening for sustainable development, and to hear your points of view on the issues of the agenda of the Americas. During the event, participants exchanged their points of view with the OAS authorities on several issues, including democracy, human rights, the family, women's rights, the LGBTI community, and peoples of African descent.
Police in Belize City are investigating the destruction of a vehicle by fire. On Thursday afternoon, a Jeep Wrangler belonging to businessman Evan Tench was completely gutted. Police say that around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, they visited a scene on Amara Avenue where they found the vehicle engulfed in flames. While the fire service was able to put out the blaze, it was not in time to save the vehicle, which has been valued at $25,000 by the owner. Investigations continue. The Belize Defense Force has contributed to the removal of 85 pounds of marijuana from the local market. According to the Ministry of National Security, on Saturday, a BDF patrol in the area of Pachacan Village, Corozal, resulted in the discovery of the drugs and the detention of 3 men. The men who have since been arrested and charged are 44-year-old Edilberto Ku, 59-year-old John Tremino, and 28-year-old Gabriel Chan. The BDF has estimated the street value of the confiscated marijuana at $7,000. The National Sports Council says that Belize is ready to host the Codicader Games, which will be held next month. It is the first time that Belize is hosting the regional games, which will see play in volleyball, table tennis, football, and basketball. Rachel Dominguez is the director of the National Sports Council.
I am very much proud today to say that we were up to standard. One little glitch we had was that the basketball court in Orangewock is not, it's an old court, so it's dead. What has happened is that we have asked the volleyball chairman to assist us in getting the court, no? And he has assisted us. It's only waiting to be transferred to Orangewock, and Orangewock, Belize on a whole is 100% ready for Codicader. All we need is the funding, a little bit more funding to get the logistic part of it done. But I know I'm proud of my Belizean. I can say that the big businesses will come on board. We'll send them a couple letters and see where we go with it. But I know businesses will buy into it because we have done our part. And I believe if we have done our part, it's only fair that they do their part too.
Where are the approved venues for the games that will be played next month?
Okay, volleyball will be played in Orangewock. Then football will be right here in Isidoro on this very same field. And then we have table tennis in Belize City, and San Ignacio at Sacred Heart will be basketball.
So Belize will put its best foot forward come next month?
Definitely we will. We have already, because I believe the technical staff that came in was impressed. They didn't expect so much from us with our facilities. They did not expect so much with us being ready for this, to host the competition.
Opening ceremonies for the Codicader Games are scheduled for July 7th at the Marion Jones Sports Complex in Belize City. This is the news on the National Channel. Stay tuned for a look at the weather right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property. Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Weather conditions continue to be fair and warm across the country. Here is the forecast for the next 24 hours. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Ronald Gordon at the Belize Weather Bureau. And now to summarize the news, here are the main points again. Director of the National Sports Council says Belize is ready to host the Kodikader Games. Belize joins regional network for persons with diverse abilities, and authorities investigate the destruction of a vehicle by fire in Belize City. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.